let's sling on over to Singapore. Today, I'm mixing the Singapore Sling. In the early 20th century, social rules dictated that men were the only ones who drank in public. Women were often seen drinking fruit drinks, like juice and stuff. But eventually, somebody had the idea to mix a fruit juice with a little extra punch. That's when an onslaught of fruity cocktails started to come to bars. All of a sudden, it was okay for women to start drinking in public. But of course, they had to find a way to ruin that too. Because shortly after, just a few years later, Prohibition was passed. Here's to stupidity. And you want to know what's not stupid? John Walker and Sons 200th commemorative celebratory blend. That's pretty good. I wonder if it tasted that good 200 years ago. The Singapore Sling was all the rage at the turn of the 20th century. This drink was created in a hotel, and it was marketed to sophisticated women. Sadly, the original recipe was lost in the 1930s. A lot of things get lost in hotels. This has left crafty bartenders, not unlike myself, to have to get a little creative. What we have now is very close to the original Singapore Sling, but nobody can all agree on one ingredient. And that ingredient is pineapple juice. People want to know, should it be there? I'll give you my answer. Hell yes. A ½ ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. 3/4 ounce of homemade grenadine. 1 ounce of pineapple juice. 1 dash of aromatic bitters. 1/4 ounce of Benedictine. A ½ ounce of Grand Marnier, but I'm going to use homemade orange liqueur. But first, we have to have ourselves a shot. That's to die for. A ½ ounce of cherry herring, but I'm going to use homemade cherry liqueur. But first, I need a shot of that cherry liqueur. In my day, when you referred to something as being cherry, that meant it was pretty awesome. I think it still applies. One ounce of gin. In honor of Prohibition, I'm going to use my homemade gin. But first, I need a shot of my homemade gin. That's as good as Al Capone could have made it. Top with some club soda. Add a garnish and a straw. And that's Sir Ricky Bobby's version of the Singapore Sling. Today's word of wisdom is vision. Some people have grand visions that they would like to complete, be it for their life, their house, their family, or their job. These visions can often get the best of them because visions are not always reality. Kind of like ghosts. You may picture yourself on the top of Everest in 3 years, but really, come on. Perhaps this week's word of wisdom should be patience. If you can learn to pair patience with vision, you'll never be disappointed. Instead, you will always be hopeful. One day, I hope to be a bit more popular on YouTube, but I've got plenty of time. Now subscribe, damn it. Oh, you want to go back and look?
It'll be fine. I can adjust the color if it's a little.
Okay. It did seem awfully bright in here, but I figured it was because it was daylight.